Hey, folks, welcome to Affiliate Nerd Out Friday Free Talk. What do we call this?
Friday Real Talk.
Friday Real Talk. Thank you. I'm your host, Dustin Howes. As usual, my guest, Christen Evans. Thanks for joining me, Kristen.
Of course, I don't know why I wave every time. It's not like there's somebody to wave back to me. It's not like somebody's sitting on the other side being like, "Hey, Kristen, hi, how are you?"
Well, it's your MO. Like at this point, it's
Yeah,
your signature
it is. It
wave.
is kind of my signature. It's awkward. It's fine.
Oh, beautiful. Uh, how'd the week go?
Week's been good. Booked and busy this week. Oh my goodness. Yeah, just a lot going on. I actually had a really good call with a client this week, that like we kicked off with them last month, but because of scheduling conflicts, we haven't been able to meet since our kickoff call, which was at the beginning of last month. So we haven't had any sort of meetings over, the entire first month of engagement, which is really unusual. So we presented both their audit and just their weekly reporting deck, and they were so complimentary.
Oh,
Just like, we really love the audit, the way you pulled it together. The deck looks great. Thank you for presenting everything in such a like succinct, digestible way. And when I say that I don't hear that enough, and it
yeah.
made me feel so good. It was just a really, really good feeling to have, because sometimes, as affiliate managers, like, we bust our butts on stuff, and it's always just about reporting on the numbers without any like hardcore feedback. And so every once in a while it gives you, the warm and fuzzies to get that kind of feedback.
It takes me to I think this is an old statement from Forrest Gump, I believe, but you get more flies with honey rather
Mhm.
than vinegar or
Yep.
something. Eh,
Yep.
that old statement, like, it rings true, especially for personalities like you and I, where we gonna thrive and do much better work on positive feedback, right?
Oh, yeah. You give me positive feedback and I turn into a golden retriever every single time.
Yeah,
Like, I will go above and beyond for you every time if you give me that kind of positive feedback. And it also just helps develop a better relationship, like,
for sure.
makes me want to work hard for you because, I like nice things.
Absolutely.
And
And
that
I
includes nice people.
And you say it like, it doesn't happen that often with clients. I think with clients, there's a certain expectation of like, "Hey, what are we gonna get? We're paying you money. We
Mhm.
deserve this kind of level of things." And not everybody has the right or the same vision for what is expected. But when everybody is expecting something and like you hit that expectation, whether it be happenstance or you're like doing really good work, like, uh, and they give that positive feedback, that's that golden ticket that I love to see.
100%. Yeah, it's just super nice, and like, I present multiple decks a week, and like, we work just as hard on each and every deck. And so every once in a while it is just kind of like, yes. All right, cool, and it does kind of help keep, some wind in the sails a little bit, which is nice.
Yeah. If there's any viewers out there, drop in the chat any big wins that you had this week. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Kristen and I are always trying to stay positive on notes here, and but also, any negatives on the other side of the equation. I love to hear that you've got something good rolling in. I can see the positivity like glowing through you today. And I feel like I have the same aura or chi, whatever you want to call it. But anything bad, any real talk happened this week?
Um I feel like I had something with one of my clients, and well, I'm having a terrible time with a tracking issue that has just
Mm,
been like dragging on. It's a brand that, like, they do webinars and cooking classes and stuff like that. And in one of the webinars, there's an offer um to purchase like a bundle. And so, like, if you watch the webinar, it's supposed to be like the trigger point is the link that's during the webinar, and I
mm.
can't get from the initial engagement with the webinar through to that link. So the link itself tracks and converts, right? And then the webinar, like we can track that lead, but it's that like transition from the webinar to the transformation bundle that doesn't work. And it's really frustrating. And I think I found out it's because they're using Bitly,
Oh,
which is like, I discovered this years ago when I was a content creator that Bitly actually has it in their terms of service that they may replace your affiliate link with their own.
yep.
Um, and like I remember because I lost a ton of commissions on a brand that I had been working with a lot, and we were using Bitly. This is like before I discovered Pretty Links, but we were using Bitly as like a shorter link for socials, and I was like, why has this stopped converting? Like, what's going on? And I read in Bitly's terms and conditions that they'll replace your link with theirs basically, and so I'm thinking that that's probably the issue. But it's just like, it's been frustrating because we've been trying to figure this out for 3 weeks now, which
Right.
is like insane. And that one's always a little bit tough. Anything else?
That Bitly thing, I saw. I'm doing a little consulting work with an influencer that's got a really good Instagram following. I saw that they were using that as their short link, and when I click on it, you had 3 clicks until you got to an actual website because uh, Instagram's like, "Are you sure that you want to go to this link? Like, we don't know where this is going." And then it like goes to another page, and then finally you have to say click it a third time to get there. And I'm like, that's a terrible user experience. Go use
Terrible
Genius
user
Links.
experience.
Go use Pretty Links. Something else in the short link, but Bitly has that power to give you that shitty experience.
Yeah.
And not only like the security aspects of it, but yes, they do steal your affiliate commissions. They can switch it out whenever they feel like. But the big thing is like if you want to switch that link in the future, they will charge you $1,000 to go and do it. Like I've heard that story before of like this Bitly link's all over the internet. I don't want to change it, but I need the URL to redirect somewhere else. Yeah, that's fine. $1,000. Like
That's insane. That is
that's
banana pants insane.
great extortion. That's their like business model.
Oh my goodness, no. Oh, that just gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't like it.
Anyway,
What about you? How was your week?
really good.
Good.
I got something launched that I'm really excited about. It's my list building service where I'm
Mhm.
doing a full audit and I do 500 influencers and publishers and I fill the gaps that your affiliate program is missing. And all of this is like a bundled package and it's tapping into that the folks that can't afford necessarily an agency to go out and do the full-time management and recruitment, but they need to find affiliates. I'm finding them a knockout, lights out affiliates and influencers for their brand specifically, and 500 of them, so they have
Love it.
time to prospect. So
I mean, list building it takes work. Like
so much
I have a couple consulting things that I'm doing outside of the agency that's largely like recruitment and list building and stuff. And it's like it takes time, like just vetting partners, like somebody can present you a list all day long, but then you actually have to like go through it and like check their viability, check whether they're
yeah.
still active. Like there's so many different pieces to it. So it's great that you're actually helping people with kind of that step because like being that like hunter can be a lot of work in and of itself. And I think that's one of the areas where a lot of people don't understand the work that goes, it's like the quiet work of affiliate marketing, is like that takes time. Like you can't just like pop into something and be like, present me with 100 affiliates that I can reach out to within the first
Yeah.
month, like you really have to do like SEO research, you have to do keyword research, like all of those pieces. So that's a
Mhm.
great value add for you.
I think so, and, I'm gonna start my outreach campaign on LinkedIn in the future here and try to get a hold of brands that are looking for this kinda solution. So, dustinhounds.com/500-call is I will take 30 minutes to talk to anybody about their program and see if it's a fit. I'm only taking on 2 of these a month because I wanna also continue my content and education and my other Bible things like Stash and like building that up. That's another thing. Stash is going to release a version 2 in a couple of weeks.
Ooh,
Really excited about that. And
love that.
we've just taken all the feedback from all of our customers and just added it into this new version. And
Oh, I can't wait.
it's going to be sick.
That'll be awesome.
Um,
And you, speaking of content, great episode with Adam this week, Adam
oh,
Weiss.
yeah.
I mean, I saw that you were getting a bunch of engagement on it, but I think that, especially as somebody who has like 5 or 6 programs on share sale that are, part of that upgrade, part of that move over to AWIN. Yeah, there's trepidations, there's nervousness for publishers as well. And yeah, I think I had mentioned in the comments, like, communication is kindness, and I think that they're being very communicative
Mm,
around this initiative, because there's a million questions for everybody, and they're doing a really good job. But that was an awesome conversation.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I had to ask like thoughtful questions on that one. Not that I don't on every interview that I do, but like that one was really interesting. I don't have anything on share sale these days, but I knew what people were thinking about this migration and
Mm.
how scary it might be for a lot of folks. And then timely enough, like on Martech Record Slack, somebody was asking about it, and I got the opportunity to put it like, "Hey, Thursday, I'm doing this interview. Go check it out." Like, so we got a ton of eyes on that, and I think they're going to repurpose that as well.
Love
And
it.
then they might even hit their own newsletter with that kind of thing. So
That's awesome. I mean, they should. I feel like, you should be making all the newsletters. Like, I hope everybody mentions you in it, because that's definitely one of those big conversations that should get a lot of eyes. But it's also really informing, like, kind of the future of AWIN's relationship with its agencies and its publishers and its brands. And the more we know about it, the better off we're all going to be positioned.
for sure, yeah. On a physical standpoint, I think this might benefit a few people, so I was going to talk about it. I learned 2 exercises that are helping my neck. So when we sit all day in our remote safe space, right? I feel like my head is like hunched over and I'm developing this hunchback and like
Mhm.
it's really hard to keep my posture. And somebody gave me this tip of one really simple weird trick is opening your mouth and putting your tongue to the roof of it. And now, I don't suggest this for podcasts or for video, like doing this in the middle of it, but it helps. It absolutely helps.
I can't wait to watch the replay and screenshot that.
Oh, good. Well, glad I could help. And then
Yeah.
there's an exercise as well. I'm going to show folks, and I got my band here.
Yeah.
Let's see if it works. And you put a towel, and you just bite down on this thing. I swear to God, like, so I've been doing this, and it's strengthening these muscles,
Yeah.
and I can already feel my posture getting better this week. So I thought I'd like share that. I feel like there's got to be a lot of people going through that same kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. I have definitely fallen victim to, there was a TikTok viral chair where you can like sit crisscross applesauce. That's what I have for my chair, which I love because I'm not like sit with my feet on the ground. First off, I'm 5'2". My feet don't touch the ground when I'm
Oh,
sitting. Like, it's just not a thing. But I've always had like, and I think a lot of this is because of my neurosparkliness. But I always have a hard time sitting still when I'm
yeah.
sitting. So like I have a standing desk. I previously had I think it was called like a meditation chair, but it has like a footrest, but you can also like put your knees on it or like, sit in multitudes of this different ways, but this crisscross chair is like the greatest thing in the world for me, because I can do things like say crisscross or I can move, but it's big enough to fit me and one of my cats.
All right, so this is a new thing. What it cost you?
I got it off TikTok Shop. I want to say it was like $60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, such a sucker for TikTok,
I
like, showing up through in my
yeah.
I
Yeah.
buy so much dumb shit that
I
I
know
use
me
like
too.
3 times.
So much, I mean, a lot of it's worth it though, and I've really enjoyed buying, like, there's been clothes that I've gotten from TikTok Shop that I love, like, absolutely love, some of my
Huh,
favorite pieces of clothing. Um, but yeah, I am a consumer on
yeah,
TikTok.
spending all that hard-earned money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's gonna make life a little bit more pleasant every once in a while, then I'll take it.
Awesome. Alright, I'll see you on Saturday, I think, yeah?
Wow, yeah,
Have a few drinks,
and some pickle pie.
pickle
Have you had their pickle pizza?
no,
Oh, dude, it's so good. They put,
have to try it.
like, hot honey and chives on it, and it's, like it's phenomenal. So, yeah, let's do that.
Well, excited.
Yep.
Thanks for joining me, folks. Thanks for joining us. Kristen, have a good weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Alright, sounds good. Bye.